You know that feeling, right? That strange, deep ache somewhere inside your body that you just can't put your finger on. Well, today, we are solving the mystery of that vague internal pain. I mean, it's not a sharp pain like a cut or a specific bruise. It's that deep internal feeling. You know something's off somewhere in there, but you have no idea exactly where. It's so frustratingly vague. Well, that feeling actually has a name, and we're about to dig into exactly why it's so hard to locate. So, what is the culprit behind this whole mysterious sensation? Turns out, it's a very specific type of pain with a very specific name. And here you have it, visceral pain. Viscera is really just the technical, kind of fancy term for your internal organs. You know, your stomach, your intestines, your gallbladder, all that stuff. So visceral pain is, quite simply, pain that's coming directly from one of those organs. Okay, now here's what's so fascinating. The problem isn't necessarily the organ that's in pain, it's how that pain signal gets to your brain. Your brain literally has a tough time figuring out the exact address of the problem. And that is the absolute core of this mystery. So we've identified the source, we have a name for it, but what does this pain actually feel like? Let's build a profile of our culprit here. Visceral pain is almost never sharp or stabbing, like when you, say, stub your toe. Instead, people use words like these to describe it. It's often a really deep feeling, like it's miles away from your skin. It can feel like a squeezing or a really intense cramping. And of course, the key feature is that it's diffuse or poorly localized. It's just spread out over a whole general area. Sometimes it's just a constant, dull aching, or even this kind of gnawing feeling.
All right, let's get to the central question, the big why. Why is the signal so vague? I mean, why can't our incredibly sophisticated brains just pinpoint the problem?
So, here's the crucial point. It all comes down to your body's internal wiring. The communication system between your organs and your brain is just fundamentally different from the one that connects to your skin and muscles. And this is a brilliant way to think about it. Imagine an old-fashioned telephone party line, where a bunch of different houses all shared a single phone line. That's basically what's going on inside of you. Multiple organs are all hooked up to the same nerve pathways. So when one organ sends out a distress signal, your brain picks it up on this shared line. It knows something is wrong in the general vicinity, the neighborhood, let's say. But because so many houses are on that line, it can't tell which specific one is making the call. Now, this isn't just some fascinating piece of biology trivia. Understanding this whole concept is actually critically important in the real world, especially when it comes to, say, a trip to the emergency room.
And here's exactly why this matters so much. Take a look at early appendicitis. Now, your appendix is way down in your lower right abdomen. But where does the pain usually start? As a vague ache right around the belly button. That is classic visceral pain. Your brain gets the signal on that shared nerve line and gets the location wrong at first. It's only later, when the inflammation gets worse and starts irritating the abdominal wall, that the pain finally becomes sharp and moves to the right spot. Same thing with a bowel obstruction. It starts as general cramping. Or gallbladder inflammation, cholecystitis. That can begin as discomfort just somewhere in the upper abdomen. Okay, so we've gone through the what, the how, and the why. What's the single most important thing to remember from all of this? Here it is. If you walk away with just one thing, let it be this. Visceral pain comes from your organs, and its signature move is that deep, cramping, and oh so frustratingly vague sensation. It's not your body making a mistake, it's just a feature of how it's all wired together. And that really leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? Understanding visceral pain just shows how complex the communication inside our own bodies really is. It kind of makes you wonder, what other vague or confusing signals is your body sending you right now? And what are they trying to tell you?